gotta hold tight. السماء पिछली बार की तो प्रोग्रेस ही चली गई यार मारियो ब्रदर्स की। क्या हो रहा है भाई? चलना भाई। मैं यार, ये तो भाई यार अलग ही गेम लग गया यार। I don't care, bro. I'll fuck you for still loud. Can you hear me? अरे यार, गेम लग गया। ये कंप्लीट करेंगे What's the password? many attendance you have? How much percentage of attendance you have?
అంటే నాలుగే 71% ఉంది.
71. Oh, same as me. We are going to down together again.
How to meet in this connect.
Back, 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 back. ऐसे कैसे जाया जाएगा भाई? अंडरस्टैंड चीज़ें ओपन कर लो भाई। यार मेरे को लगा वो है। ये गाने रुके हैं। यार पीछे साइड जाना है।
எல்லாருக்குமே தெரியும்.
Comes to the organization, when it comes to the organization, name of the organization, Satyabama means Satyabama, the name or Satyabama Institute of Science and Technology, its logo, right? The reputation that comes along with that particular institution, right? With the organization, right? So when we say Satyabama, what comes to your mind? What was your mind? That is what you people are realizing Satyabama as, right? So when it comes to your parents, if I ask your parents regarding Satyabama, what will be the characteristics that they will associate with? Strict college, first thing. Disciplined one. If I ask them about Satyabama, and at the end of the year, maybe by May or maybe by March or February, they'll say, why do they say this college? They say it is the most costliest college. When I ask during March when they are paying the fees, these are some attributes how you identify a particular organization. Right? We identify particular organizations differently. We identify persons in a different way. Right? So how do we identify persons in the social media? In social media, each person has a profile, right? How do you identify the profiles? The name, associate the name, profile pictures, DPs, IP address. Remember, cybersecurity in case you are saying IP address, that is okay. But common people like us, how do we identify? Don't talk up to your level, talk up to our level, like common people. So we see the name will help, the DP will help, the work associated, I mean the designation, the associated work, their bio, right? So all the details associated with the profile also helps us to identify. Right? So these characters that are associated with the individuals, right? We call them as attributes. Attributes of the individuals. Right? These characters that we associate with each and every individuals to identify all these characters as attributes. These set of attributes which comes to our mind when we talk about a particular person, we call these set of attributes as phases. Phases. Right? We call this as phases. Right? So this phases actually describes the various attributes that is that person is tall, that person looks fair, that person wears a particular aspects, that person has a buff. So I can have numerous attributes associated with that particular thing. Right? So that person is so studious. So that is from the college. That is another phase where that person is interested in trekking. So that will be another phase. Right? So you people seem to be calm and so attentive to take the class. This is one phase. When you go out, you will be the artist among your friends. Right? So that is another phase of it. When you go to your home, you will not do even the smallest thing at your home. You will be the laziest person there. So that will be the next phase of it. Right? So a person can have different phases. Similarly, online, when it comes to social media, you may have different phases. Right? So I may use the Facebook to tell you about my interest in travel. My LinkedIn profile to tell you about my interest in coding. Different profiles we call it as phase. These different phases can be connected to some common attributes. If I have the same TV in my Facebook and LinkedIn, you can assume that this profile belongs to me. Right? These are common attributes that can create the phases, different phases in social media. Right? That is what is phase. The phase is actually describes the various characteristics associated with the image. So that is called phases. And that is something called perceived identity. Perceived identity is what I assume from what I see. Each of my I also perceive identity. I observe something and create an identity of each and every person. That identity we call perceived identity. Right? So perceived identity is actually the preconceived notion of a person, like of another individual. What I have of you is called as perceived identity. Right? So perceived identity is characteristics associated with these each and every characteristic associated is called as. So when it comes to online social media, there are two types of communication. When I say communication, it is not one way. Communication is both ways, two ends. Right? So there are two ways. Communication has to be done in both the communication. So now whatever we are doing it is called as synchronous communication. I know to whom I am speaking, and I expect some reply back from you. So this is called synchronous communication. Asynchronous communication. I talk, I do not know who is the other. In the sense, I assume who is at the other end. We say that this person at the other end. That is A at the other end. But we don't have any authentication that the person at the other side is A. For example, I'm talking through phone. Unless and until I know your voice, I cannot say that you are talking to me. Someone else can take your phone and talk. Right? Assume we are getting a new call from a new number. Assume you are getting a call from a new number and if I am saying this is someone who is me. Will you be able to believe? Unless and until you know my voice, you cannot justify that I am at the other. So this is asynchronous communication. Right? In this case, social media we have synchronous and asynchronous communication. Can you give me example of synchronous communication? WhatsApp, we have different types of communication there. Can you be more specific in WhatsApp? We have synchronous and asynchronous in WhatsApp. What synchronous communication? Known contacts is synchronous. Okay. Unknown contacts. If you know my voice already, I am making a voice call. Then we call it synchronous communication. If you do not know my voice, you are not able to identify my voice, then it is asynchronous communication. Right? So properly to say asynchronous communication is all about your voice, your text, all those things. Right? We of course will come on synchronous communication. And we will know this person is the actual person we are communicating. Right? So these are the two types of communications we have in social media. Right? So we are seeing this already. We are seeing this already, right? A person having different faces. Right? So what are the challenges we face in digital spaces? Right? So we talk about having different multiple profiles. What are multiple profiles? What are the challenges we face? First one is authenticity. Right? We have multiple profiles and we should know whether that person is authentic or not, whether that person is posting everything or not. There is possibility that I hack someone's profile and add something. Okay? I can modify the content. I can alter the content. Right? So that could be done. And the next challenge is that if I continuously monitor your various profiles, I will be able to duplicate your profile. Right? I will be creating a new profile of you. This is duplicate profile. What is this process of creating a new duplicate or a duplicate profile called as? What is the process of creating a duplicate profile or a digital dossier called as? Impersonation file. Digitally, we have given a term.
Moving,
Phishing, catfish. I have said a term already. Creating a profile, creating a duplicating a profile. What is it actually called? Identity. Everything else. We have talked about profiling. So profiling, whatever you said were correct. All the answers were correct. But we have a term as profiling where we create a new duplicate profile of the person. Right? So this is technically called as profiling. Right? We create some duplicate profiles. So this you would have already seen, right? Many of us would have experienced. Even our profiles would have been duplicated. Right? We could see this in case of famous celebrities. We could see number of profiles in their names. Right? So the number of spam profiles in their name. Right? So these are some of the challenges. Alteration and duplicate. They alter, they modify the content, or they can duplicate the profiles. Right? Next one is identify. We need to identify which is the authenticator. As we said, famous personalities, their data is easily available. Wikipedia says you all the data. Right? So if you are a very serious fan of a particular person, then you have all the data of that person. You can keep a profile picture of that person. Right? So everything is easily available. So in that case, you can easily first impersonate that person's profile. You can create a new profile of that person and you can talk to persons like those persons. Right? And next comes your privacy. Whenever I say you are putting data into online, nothing is private. Any data that you put in online is not private. It is better not to have any secret than putting that secret into online and assuming that you will not be, you will have some privacy. Right? So they say that it is better to have no secret than to have a secret and reveal it unknown.
Ask what about cloud storage?
Right? So how do we authenticate? Right? We have some attributes. How do we authenticate some attributes? You have seen some attributes you have seen some ways to authenticate attributes. Do you remember any ways through which you can authenticate? biometric, face ID. All these are some sort of self-identification, right? Your identifications. How do we identify some you people in online? If you are going online, how do you identify yourself? Two-factor authentication, your passwords. All these are your own authentication. You authenticate yourself. Right? So, in this case, you when it comes to the system, right? When it comes to the system, how do we authenticate? You, if I say you online, if you are online, how do you authenticate? Not you, right? So we are representing the system. How do my system, in which my profile is actually available now, authenticate itself in the network? If I say A, it is not A. A is actually the system. The system has to authenticate itself as an authorized person to the network. How will it authenticate? You have heard about certain certificates 6.508. You have heard about those certificates. You have heard about gbagames. Gbagames, what does it do? It does some sort of authentication, right? So gbagames, what are the two components that we have in the gbagames? Authentication. Authentication server and ticket granting service. Right. So authentication server will give you the will authenticate you and send you to the ticket granting service. So this ticket granting service is going to issue a ticket. What are the things that the ticket will? Hash. So this ticket granting service will create a session to communicate. A, someone say A is actually requesting for the communication key between B. So you will give a session key to communicate between A and B. Right? And it will create a timestamp T in which certificate is created. And it will give an L. L is the lifespan. You remember that? L is the lifespan for which the ticket will be valid. That is the expiry date for those tickets. Right? So after the expiry, the ticket will not be valid. So at a particular time, like your password, your OTPs are alive only for 5 minutes after receiving the particular OTP, right? So likewise, these keys, the session keys are also valid for a particular time, very short time. Okay? These keys may authenticate each other. Will authenticate that this is an authorized person. Like this, we have number of certificates, X.508 certificate, which will be the certificate that is issued by a certifying authority to the system. With that certificate, what we can do is we can show the certificate wherever we go. That certificate is the identity card. This identity card you have is valid from 2024 to 2028. After 2028, if you come in and show the ID card, no one is going to leave you. Right? As a student, you cannot come in. So you have to upgrade to a new version. Right? You will upgrade to 11 version. So this is how authentication actually happens online. They have some certificates. They authenticate some certificates. They authenticate themselves or someone else to authenticate. So it is like I comment. You know that you are circulated with a timetable that this hour I am listening, right? So I come and say that I am listening. But you do not know anything about me. Because I come to this hour and already your timetable says that this hour I am listening, you will believe that I am listening. So that is first one, right? So that is self-authentication, intrinsic authentication. Second one is directly verified. So you people don't believe me. So what I am doing is I am showing my ID card. Right? I show my ID card where it is already verified and written that I am on this. So that is the other way. I am directly verifying with the certificates I have. Next one is the entity vouchers. In this case, I am a new entity. So you don't believe me. person to be. Right? It is we are coordinated instead of after this person. So now here coordinated comes in and introduces me as someone, some other entity comes in and says that I am this particular person, authorized person. Now you people will believe. So that is called as an entity object. Right? So this is the difference between intrinsic authenticity means I self-authenticate myself. I have some characteristics associated with it. You will check whether these characteristics match. Right? And the next one, directly verified. I have some certificates. Some authority is verifying and giving the certificate. Wherever I go, I will show the certificate. And next one is an entity voucher. Someone you believe comes in, or some trusted host, trusted communication comes in and introduces me as the particular person. Authenticates. That is called as an entity vouchers. Right? So you see, we have X.509, U2. See, these are all some certificates that we have. So your OTPs, through your emails, all these can be certificates, verified attributes. Right? So if it is externally verified attributes means we can take any community that you people believe. Any other external community that you people believe. Right? Fine. So we finish this. So authentic sector phases. So what this says is you have different attributes, you have different profiles, right? You have one profile in LinkedIn, you have one profile in Facebook, you have another profile in Instagram, right? So you may have different profiles. But how do we find all these profiles belong to a single person? If their DPs are same, if they have the same profile picture, then we can assume that this is that person. If their name is unique, then we will say that these profiles belong to the same person. Their data, their bio, all these, if they are the same, then we will say that all these profiles from different social media belong to a particular person. Right? So we say with the attribute equality. There are different attributes. Attributes are nothing but the characteristics that is associated. Their name, their profile picture, their other personal information. All these are same. Then we will say that this space belongs to this particular person. Right? And next one is unique references. Unique references in the sense, you people may have added your Facebook profile with your LinkedIn, or your Facebook profile with your Instagram, or your Instagram profile with your Facebook. Right? So for Facebook, you may have some ID like this, John.Smith at Facebook.com. If you have ID like this, and if you have linked it with some other profile, then you will know this profile is this profile is actually the profile of the person who is John Smith in the Facebook. Right? If you have something like this also, then we will be able to identify this space belongs to that. Right? So we have two different concepts here. Identifiable faces, identifiable faces and private faces. Right? So what is identifiable faces? As the name indicates, we are what space. Right? So if we are able to identify the faces, we call it as identifiable faces. So, right? So here we have two different concepts: synchronous attributes and out of band information. Synchronous attribute, as I said, we know the person who is very active. So here they are given you examples like Skype, Hangout. You people know Hangout. You will not aware of Hangout, right? So these are Hangout is like your what you have your Skype, Skype and Zoom. It was with Google, Google Meet. Now you have Google Meet. We have this Hangout where we can make conference calls, right? So you may have Skype, you may have your Zoom. All these are some examples of your synchronous activity exchange. In the case of out of band information exchange, see, let us assume like this: you know my voice already. You are coming and telling me that I will call you by 3 o'clock, and you are making me a call regarding a particular thing. In that case, we know each other, right? We know each other and we are already authenticated. So that case, we will say it is out of band information. So it is not an asynchronous communication there. We will call it as out of band information. Like we have already shared what information we are going to talk about. So that case we call it as out of band information. Right? So next one is private faces. See, I said no faces, no data that you put in online is private. Everything that you put into this internet is freely available to that data or more private. Every data and every private. The security of every data and every. Right? So here I may have private faces. Like you people know me as a lecturer, I may teach you cybersecurity concepts. But I don't want to make my profile, my face as politician or maybe a political follower. But I will be making a blog on political issues. I may write a blog on political issues. But I don't right? So if I have a different face in there, you will not be able to identify that I am the person who is writing. Right? There can be some private faces on it. So we call you have you heard of this term called as anonymization? Cybersecurity people would have heard of this anonymization. Anonymization means being hidden. We don't hide my identity from you. Right? So that is anonymization. We have K anonymity, we have L anonymity, right? We have automorphism, isomorphism. We have different techniques that we could apply to provide some private faces. Right? I can take the identity of someone else and I can create my own face. Right? So to hide from one person, I can take another identity. So this type we call this staying anonymous. Right? So this phase we call it as a private phase. We call it private phase not because the data is private. It is because we hide our identity from the actual identity. It is not cannot identify this space it belongs to. Because I have changed it, my entire identity, with my own concern, I have changed it and I am doing a different job with it. Or I am expressing a new face with it. So that type we call it as private instance. Right? So with this I am closing the first unit.
स्टार्ट क्यों नहीं हो रहा?
You have seen this website. You know about this website. This is one of the few websites. This is one website where you can raise
अब क्या करना है भाई?
most of you are remembering places here, the few versus ID, the few versus your pay. If you get time, please go through this. If it is useful, you can register for the courses. You have number of courses for you can do games on the site. Please make use of the site. This will be very helpful. Ethical
तो कर दिया ना भाई। नहीं, अब क्या करना है? क्या करना है? 4 minutes. 4 minutes.